Bentornati amici di Fight for Yours, come vedete siamo qui con la campionessa Joanna Jedrzejczyk che 2 minuti di intervista li farà con noi. Thank you very much for your time, Joanna. It's a real pleasure to interview such a champion as yourself. I just want to ask you, being the fact that you're here for the Fight Week in Paris, how do you see the UFC growing up year by year here with these events in Europe, being the fact that you are one of the first and most important European champions?
Oh, so it's a pleasure for me to be here in Paris. This week, this fight week and this upcoming event in Paris is super important for me personally because I have two fighters I manage, Robert Bryczek and Robert Ruchała, and of course we have a third Polish fighter, 3 Musketeers, Polish fighter Marcin Tybura. So it's super important and it's going to be a very emotional event for me. But UFC is growing. It's a big company. 5 years ago there used to be 600 fighters on the roster. Now we have probably around 900 fighters. So it shows how the sport is growing and the hype for UFC and the fighters. They are making better money. The exposure is just bigger and better. And I'm very happy to see UFC back to Europe after COVID restrictions because it was one of the main reasons why they were not organizing shows in Europe, but they expanding, and I hope we will see UFC back more often in Europe. I know it's going to be difficult because we have almost every weekend UFC show going on worldwide. Worldwide, yeah. So let's see if they find more time because they're not gonna expend time or a year to organize more shows in Europe. But France was always big in martial arts. I remember from back in the day when I was competing in Muay Thai. So it's good to see. I always wanted to come and see the UFC event in Paris. I think it's the fourth
event. Yes.
Third or fourth event.
Yes.
Yes. So happy to be here for finally.
We are seeing on the social media that you are really enjoying your life after your retirement. Now you tell us that you are managing athletes too. Yeah. But the most important questions: do you sometimes miss fighting, or you are just enjoying staying right beside the martial arts world?
So I do miss this sport, and actually a few months ago I was like, I settled down and I'm like, oh, I don't miss this sport anymore. But last week have been crazy, and I've been thinking about coming back, but I won't be back. I turned 38 years old 2 weeks ago, so I won't be coming back. I run my supplement company. I have my sports clinic in Poland. I run a bunch of businesses and I'm growing in business and managing, and I'm a manager, and business and managing is as challenging as fighting. Sometimes it's even more difficult than sport, but I'm finding myself. I miss the sport. I will love the sport forever, and I'm happy to be around. So big thanks to Dana, Hunter, and all the UFC staff because they are my family. I've been working with them for last 11 years, so they're like family. We're very close to each other. We laugh, we cry sometimes together. So 2 months ago I moved to Vegas because I want to grow as a manager and an investor as well. So I want to bring fighters to the United States, Vegas. I want them to train at the PI, UFC Performance Institute facility in Vegas, and help them grow and share my knowledge with upcoming prospects.
Thank you very much. Last but not least, and then we let you go. You faced them both. You told in your previous interviews that you consider them some of the most important fighters for the history of women's sports.
I know what you are going to ask about fight between Weili and Valentina.
Yes, but I don't want, of course, the
prediction.
The prediction.
There's no prediction. Two greatest are two greatest of all times. Yeah.
And how big do you think this fight will be for the legacy of what you as women in the fight sport are doing with and for the UFC and for all the women's fighters all around the world?
Big. It's one of the most important fights in the UFC for fighters, and I hope we are going to see fire soon in New York in 2 months. I will be there for sure, but I have no predictions. I was helping Valentina training in Montreal 2 months in March or April. It was March or April. I was helping. No, it was probably April. Yeah, I was
For your last fight, yeah.
I was in Sydney to support Weili because she asked me to come. So I have no prediction. My heart will be split in half, but I'm closer to Valentina Shevchenko because my manager Jennifer Gorczytin is managing Valentina as well, but I got so close with Weili, and my heart will be really split in half that night, but the better will win. But no matter who is going to win, there will be no loser in this fight, and no matter who is going to win, they both will be successful because, like you said, they will bring more attention, more light to the women's divisions, you know. Yeah.